Whew, what is happening, guys? So today we are going to work on, got some primer bulbs here. We're probably not going to use those, but we want to get the old WS4200 going again. Now what I've done, my fuel line is getting old, and it's just, I replaced it here like last year, and it's already hard as a rock. So I bought a few sizes of this line, and we've got a few sizes of this line. Honestly, I picked them for the colors. I just didn't want plain old clear. So I got blue and yellow. For no apparent reason other than blue and yellow were just what was there. They were the first colors I came to. So I don't know. Okay, so this little line here, that is going to be attached to our filter, I believe. And I'm not sure why I'm having to replace this again already. I haven't really used it at all, but let me grab, I've got like a special pair of pliers here, needle nose. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look at these. Look at these guys right here. Can you see that? I love these things because you can get right down in there and pull the line up with the filter on it. Oh yeah, this line just broke. It's just so brittle. So that's what we're doing. Oh yeah, it's broken right there too. There it is. Man, I don't get it. So something that bugs me a little bit, I'm going to use the yellow line for the filter line. Something that bugs me a little bit is this new line is pretty hard too. Not nearly as hard as that old line, but it's pretty hard still. I don't remember what sizes there are in here. I think there's 3 different sizes of each, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't roll them up very good. Oh, there's 4. There's 4 different sizes. Okay. Which size do we need? Probably none of them that are here. Okay, that slips right in, so it's not going to be this guy. 100% not this guy. Let's see, maybe this guy. I think these guys are both going to be far too large. So we'll hang those there. What I need to do is get another light. Oh yeah, that guy's going to do it. So I got to find my cutters. They're right there. And this isn't, it's not rocket science. It's just changing a fuel line. Sometimes it can be a real pain in the butt, but yeah, not rocket science. But you know what I need before I go any further? I need my other glasses so I can see the detail, and I need to get a light. So I'll go do that now. All right, we got the other glasses. I wish I could tell you what size. Yeah, I can't. I'd have to look at, I bought them on Amazon. I'd have to look at my my Amazon account, but I don't know off the top of my head what size these are. All right, we got the much better glasses. I brought my light, but honestly, I don't need it with these glasses. I gotta trim this down more. This is always Like I said, it's not rocket science, but it's always a pain in the rear. For me at least, because you gotta like really, it's a tight fit. I mean, it's a compression fit to keep it from leaking. Which it's awkward to me because this is a 4-stroke trimmer, so you're not going to have it flipped over upside down anyway for obvious reasons. Look, I got another pair, straight pair. I don't think I'm going to need the straight pair. I think I'm going to need the curved pair, because what we do is we reach in this tank like so, and we grab that line where it's sticking through. I don't have it quite far enough yet, so we need to go a little bit more. I might have to, let's see where we're at. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim it down some more. Just enough to grab to ease it on through. I wonder if my razor knife, of course you have to be very careful using a razor knife for this, because you don't want to lose your finger. Or maybe just a sharper pair. These cutters are so old. I bet these are 20 years old. I bet. All right, let's try this again. They don't give you much room to work with either. You need itsy bitsy little hands to get in there. And I don't have the biggest hands in the world, but I also don't have itsy bitsy little ones either. Yeah, we're going to need to go a little farther. Let's try to... It might be worth just taking this tank out. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not giving up yet. I mean, I'll cut this line way back. I don't care. I got plenty of it. If I have to use a whole 4-foot length of it just for this one machine, that's fine with me. I'm a little concerned about how long this particular line is going to last, because I don't know. It makes me worry a little bit. It was cheap, and I mean, I didn't expect it to be expensive or anything, but I also didn't expect it to be as stiff as it is. It's kind of crazy. I'm certain there's a better way to do this, and I'm equally as certain somebody in the comments is going to tell me what that is. Which, I don't care. That's fine. That's how we learn, right? See how far I've had to cut it back already. Okay, now I should be able to grab it. Need to be able to see it to grab it. Gotcha. And we just slowly kind of work it in. Not to pull too hard and end up breaking it. It's getting in there. All right, so we're getting it. Now we can see the top of the line out here. We'll just keep on. I did put a little bit of turbine oil on it to kind of help it. I'm not sure if that did anything, but it appears to have helped it, because we have progress, and it's pretty easily slipping through there now. We just need to get it far enough, because we need to put the filter on here. Like I said, I really don't care about wasting this line. It might be all we're going to get. That might be all we're going to get. Cut the end of that off. At least the spot that we, you know, shaved down. Yeah, that should be good. Now we'll put our, you know, it's always best. Look at that. Wow, that's dry. It's always best to use a new filter. I haven't got one, and I have no reason to believe anything is wrong with the filter that was in there, because it never ran. I changed the this fuel line, kind of test ran it, and that was it. We never actually put any time on it. Wow, this is stuck on there good. Ow. The other day, have a look at that. That hurt. I was hammering down some paver stones, and, well, you know the rest. I'm sure you can guess the rest. I had an oops. Got my fingers in the way of the hammer and the stone. That was a pretty good pinch. Put this guy on there. All right, our filter is in. Let's get that all the way down to the bottom of the tank. We're good there. So now we're going to take this guy and replace him. Is it the same size? It looks like it might be a little bit smaller, but I'm going to use the blue line for here. Oh yeah, that'll be just dandy. And we're going to do the exact same process. All right, we've got our two lines in there. Now there's only a couple more steps before we get to start this thing up. We're going to cut our lines to size, get them connected to the carburetor, and hear this thing roar to life. I'm excited. It's been a little bit. Definitely want to make sure we don't cut them too short, because that was kind of a process. It wasn't difficult, but it was just kind of a pain. So now we're going to put that guy right, and we've got this one line here I'm not entirely certain of its purpose, but it is a line that is hardened like the rest of them. So we'll just go ahead. What color do you want to use? Let's use blue. Let's use blue, just because. No particular reason. There we have it. Let's put some fuel in it, and let's see if it'll prime. It's kind of going to be a pain in the butt because the only thing I have is this 5-gallon can that's got a lot of fuel in it, so I definitely don't want to make a mess in the shop. That's going to be plenty to test. All right, I want to put the fuel cap back on because I've done this before where I get kind of excited and then I pick it up and move it and dump fuel everywhere. So let's not do that. All right, is there anything going to happen? I don't see anything happening. Let me change to my reading glasses again so I could see more detail. I'm not seeing anything happening. I mean, I can hear. I can hear the primer bulb doing its thing. Maybe. Did I get these lines on backwards? I don't think I did, but let's make sure. Just to be on the safe side. Oh my goodness, this yellow line is really on there already. I'm guessing the inner diameter of the yellow line is a little bit smaller than the blue line. Because wow, it's really on there. Good Lord. No. I didn't think that they would be because it was working. All right, so let's figure this out. And maybe the carburetor's gone all crazy. I don't know. Let's see here. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, we got plenty of fuel. Wouldn't that suck if the filter wasn't in the fuel? Huh. Let me figure this out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got something going on now. I just took the primer bulb apart and kind of blew through the passages. Now we're getting fuel up the line. It's not in the primer bulb yet, or in the return line, but I think it's working on it. There it goes. It's in the primer bulb now. Now it's going through the line on the top and out the return line. And it just squirted somewhere on my hand. Oh, I think it came out of the carburetor. Sure it did. All right, let's see if it starts. I'm kind of excited about this. I'm going to put it down here and see. Did you guys hear that? It started. That's awesome. Okay, I don't have an air filter in it. I don't have anything going on right now, so we're going to put the air filter in it, and we're going to put, there's no choke on this, which always bothered me, but we're going to put this back on it, and then we're going to start it again. Is that going on there? Yeah, this never came with a choke, guys. Never came with a choke. I'm hitting everything above me here. Smoking a lot. All right. Speaking of smoke, oh, look at that. Can you guys see all the smoke? Can you see that? Oh yeah, there you go. You can probably see that now. Hopefully that's just coming out of the exhaust. But speaking of that, this is a 4-stroke, and I do want to check that there's oil in it before we get to running it too much. I'm excited that this one's working. This has, I mean, you guys know I've got 1500 weed eater. I got, just like right here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in here that I can see. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that I can think of. I probably have more than that. But anyway, out of all of them, this is like one of my favorites. Oh my goodness. I don't think this thing has such low hours on it. I don't think I've ever, I think this is, no, I did. I changed the oil because I went through like a break-in period. And then after the break-in period, I did change the oil. Just want to make sure there's, I mean, oh yeah, we're filled right up. We are filled right up. So now I need to find the other side of this. As you saw, it is a split shaft unit. So there's another part that goes down at the bottom there, and it's in here somewhere. But you guys don't have to hang around for me to find that. Sweet. So you saw it here. The Craftsman WS4200 is alive again. Ooh. I'm excited to get it out there and cut some weeds with it. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next time. Thanks a million.